Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on today's press conference. My name is Officer John Watson. I am the Public Information Officer for the Oakland Police Department. I'd like to introduce you to the individuals who are standing with us today. Chief Howard Jordan, Mayor Jean Kwan, City Administrator Deanna Santana, Council Member Larry Reed, Deputy Chief Anthony Rochelle, Captain Johnny Davis, who oversees investigations, our community leaders, our Bishop Bob, Jeff Collins, Douglas Butler, Reverend Martha Taylor, Archbishop Lewis, Rabbi Strauss, Pastor Aggie, Pastor Scurry. We additionally today have a representative from Nixle. We've been talking about Nixle. That's a new application that we've been using successfully over the past several months. And we do have the representative from Nixle here if you have any Nixle questions, and he will also be talking about a new application available on Nixle. I'd like to at this time turn it over to Chief Howard Jordan.
Hey, good morning. First, congratulations to the Oakland A's on winning the American League Division Away.
Yeah.
I see Pastor Scurry has the only person that is kind enough to wear his true colors. So again, congratulations. All right, good morning again, and thanks for joining us. I stand before you today with our community leaders, many of you see back here, to restate that violence in our city is unacceptable. The recent uptick in murders, where this city tragically experienced 5 murders in just an 18-hour period, cannot be allowed to continue and will not be tolerated. As chief, I have continued to strengthen our key areas of providing citywide crime reduction and crime response strategies. These strategies will continue. Our response must be an increased focus and dedication in these areas. Prevention, outreach, and education for crime prevention. Many of the people here today are key community partners in the city's Operation Ceasefire, Lifelines to Safety. In that program, which we will launch in about 2 weeks, we expect to reduce recidivism, focus on reducing gun violence, including murders and shootings, and building trust and sustaining trust within the community. Where prevention is ineffective and crime occurs, we must have investigations in partnership with local, state, and federal partners to bring offenders to justice and trial. As such, I've continued my discussion with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms to look at new initiatives that are working in other cities that we can use here in Oakland to reduce gun violence. I want to play a special thank you to my investigators who this past week and the officers who have worked tirelessly to investigate the 5 murders and the other murders that have taken place in the city that have gone unresolved. And to prevent and react to crime as it occurs, I have trust and confidence in the men and women of this police department, who I ask on each shift to go out and intervene to lawfully, ethically, and constitutionally make determinations, make arrests, make detentions, and gun recoveries from those who commit violence. Just this year alone, we've recovered over 570 firearms from people who were illegally possessing firearms in this city. You will hear today from Captain Davis of just some recent gun arrests that took place as we continue to work to make Oakland safe. But we cannot do it alone. I need the community's help and support. Plainly and simply, violence occurs because it is allowed to continue. It is accepted on some level by individuals and by groups, and that is not right. I want to thank Travis Scott and the team from Nixle.com for recognizing that many within our community are reluctant to come forward with information. We are introducing a new, secure, and anonymous way for people to come forward and be a part of our solution. This is one of many ways that you can help reduce violent crime in Oakland. Violence occurs because individual choices are made that lead to violence. Violence occurs because a criminal decides by lifestyle or by an individual action that the benefits of violence outweighs the consequences. I'm here today with my community, our community, to tell you that it's our job and our commitment to make aware of the benefits of nonviolence and to make consequences extremely clear. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Captain Davis, who will give you details as much as he can about the recent spike in violence that took place this past week.
Good morning. First of all, I'd like to echo the Chief's comments to say that violence in Oakland is unacceptable, and we view this as a stain on the fabric of our community, and we won't tolerate it. My staff, my investigators, I'd like to thank them for all the hard work and diligence that they put in to try to bring these perpetrators of these crimes to justice. If I sound as though I'm going to be cryptic, I intentionally am going to be so, because I don't want to compromise any ongoing investigation so we can further bring these people to justice. First of all, I'd like to tell you that of the 5 homicides that we've investigated over the past weekend, really, none of them are connected. Okay, none of them are connected. We've identified and interviewed possible witnesses, both direct and indirect. We're following up on all substantial leads. We know that there are outstanding witnesses, and we would like the public's help in assisting us in this investigation. So if you could please call our homicide section, our tip line at 510-238-3821. Or you can email us anonymously at homicide@oaklandnet.com. There's also a reward of up to $10,000 per victim from Crime Stoppers for individuals with information that would lead to an arrest or conviction. All right. To date, we have 94 homicides, 4 of which have been justified, so we actually have 90. We have some successes. We've cleared 26 cases plus 6 cold cases. We have 12 outstanding Ramey warrants for suspects that we're seeking to bring to justice for these homicides. And again, I like to say that none of these 5 homicides that occurred over the past weekend were connected. All of the individuals that were deceased were targeted in the 5 homicides, and if necessary, or if you'd like, I could be available afterwards. We have been on the street with our patrol efforts in an effort to take guns off the street. Captain Medeiros out in East Oakland, in conjunction with Chief Bashirs and his crew, they ran a violence suppression project, and we took 6 guns off the street just over the weekend. We had some robbery arrests where we took two different instances out on the 1300 block of 45th Avenue. We took 2 people into custody for an armed robbery there. And on the 1400 block of 46th Avenue, we took a suspect into custody for robbery at that location as well. With regard to a homicide, we had 1 suspect that was taken into custody yesterday after the diligent efforts of our resources of the GITF and the other units in our department that helped us out. So there was a homicide that occurred on the 21st of September. That victim was Lester Young, and his assailant is now in custody downstairs in my interview room, and we'll be charging that case hopefully by tomorrow. Our partners at the U.S. Marshal Service and the ATF, they've also assisted us with bringing people to justice, and they brought in 1 young lady for her Ramey warrant. She's been outstanding since March, and they have her in the custody, and I'll give you details about that later due to the time constraints we have. For our robberies, on the 3rd of October, Deputy District Attorney Norbert Chu charged 2 suspects with 3 counts of robbery and at the paved jewelry heist that was up in the Oakland Hills. If you can recall, we were waiting for DNA results on that case. We have those results, and we placed under arrest Mr. Richard Nguyen and Rihanna Lampkin. These cases are still under investigation to see if they have any involvement in anything else. But at this point in time, we have those successes. At this point in time, I'd like to also call your attention to our Nixle, as the chief stated earlier. I have Travis here from Nixle, and he'll give us more detailed information about how that system works and how it can be a benefit to the community in solving crime. Travis.
Hello everyone and good morning. My name is Travis Scott and I'm the Vice President of Agency Relations here at Nixle, and as Chief Jordan said, it's extremely important to allow the community to help get involved in providing information. And with Nixle, the residents will have the ability now to submit anonymous information to the police department by text message and email. They can go directly from their phones, and as if they were sending a text message to the number 888-777, and in the body of the message, simply put the word tip Oakland PD. There can be a space, or they cannot have a space, and that will allow them to submit information directly from their cell phone to the police department. So I want to thank everyone for allowing me to come up here and spread this information. If anybody has any questions, please let me know. Thank you.
Thank you, Travis. That concludes our portion of the press conference. We'd like to now open it up to questions. Please, we have some new members standing up